Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. Today I'm giving hints, tips about Valorant. I was contemplating if I should make a video like this, and here we are. The reason I'm making a video like this is because I've seen myself self-improve a lot in this game. I've started as you can see right now, I've hit Diamond 1 this season. I started playing Episode 4, Act 3. So, I was Silver 3, and then I went to Plat 2, and then here we are at Diamond. So, I've picked up a lot, I've learned a lot through the game, and we're going to give you 5 tips today that will help you. Hopefully, we'll start making more of these videos and giving more tips. First thing, we're going to go through the settings. Simple settings, but could affect your game a lot, okay? First thing, you probably want to have your enemy highlight color as yellow. There's 2 types of yellow, but as long as you're not colorblind or anything, both yellows will look exactly the same for you. Sensitivity, aim, we're going to talk about this on another video, hopefully. I'm just talking about the simple settings that you can change now. This is a beta setting right now that Valorant released. It's called raw input buffer. What it does is basically, instead of the mouse, it makes Valorant respond to your mouse faster. So instead of the mouse going from mouse to PC to Valorant, it goes from mouse to Valorant directly, which some people might see a lot of difference, some people might see a little different, but in the end you're gonna see some difference. So I suggest to turn that on. It's still beta, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna make it better at some point. Your minimap size, you can copy exactly the minimap size or minimap zoom, or as long as you can see the whole map in front of you, that should be no problem. There we go. Show bullet tracers. Turn that off. There are so many times where when you're spraying, you're focusing more on their bullet tracers and they seem like they're going the right direction, which they aren't. Turn that off. Also, you could get distracted by your bullet tracers sometimes and you're not realizing where your crosshair is. So I would suggest turning that off as well. Tip number 2. Right now we're going to talk about holding angles. There are so many times where you see someone holding a common angle. When you hold a common angle, it's not exactly a bad angle. It's just so common that you either will get Ferrari peaked, either will just get sprayed down, or even pre-fired. Don't hold common angles. Now, what you could do is, as you can see on this video right now, on this clip, that you could hold the same kind of angle, but in a different position.
One enemy remaining.
Good. Storm him. Let's play good.
Ow.
I was not holding the common angle. I was not hitting right there on the corner. No, I gave myself some space. I backed out of the corner, so it's not predictable. You don't see a lot of people holding angles like these. This can work out once, twice a game, maybe even 3 times sometimes, but don't do it a lot. When you keep holding the same angle a lot, even if it's an unpredictable angle or not a common angle, people will get used to it. They will adapt. So in the end of the day, it's not about who has better aim. As you can see, I had a perfect crosshair placement and an angle. The enemy also probably had a good crosshair placement. They were just not expecting me to be there. I made their crosshair flick. Making your enemy crosshair placement get ruined or somehow manipulated by you is the only reason you're gonna win a 1v1 in a fight in higher ranks, and that is the truth. Most people in higher ranks, it's not about aim. Although aim is a big factor, we're going to talk about this hopefully in another video, but it's not all about aim. It's about being unpredictable, holding angles that the enemy does not expect you to hold. Catching them off guard, basically. Tip number 3, holding sight. I see this happen so many times, especially in lower rank. When you are defending a site and you're being attacked by the enemy team, right? And they're throwing all their util, they're smoking, they're flashing, they're trying to make an entry. Your job is to defend that site. So sure, you can back out. Don't back out outside of sight. Back out into sight. Hold an angle inside sight. Be safe inside of sight. Try to throw your util. Try to throw, just shoot bullets, try to get a pick. Doesn't matter if you die, as long as you're holding sight, you're slowing the enemy team until your enemy rotates, unless you and your teammates agreed that you guys are gonna play retake. Playing retake means You guys are gonna give them a free entry, well, almost free entry, and you guys gonna play together to retake site and defuse. All 5 of your teammates, or sometimes even 4, doesn't matter. Point is, you guys agreed that you guys are gonna play retake. That's when you can back away from site. But if you did not agree on backing away from site and playing retake, your job is to defend that site. Try to get a pick, slow them down, use your util until your teammates rotate to you. If the enemy team just needs to vibe, and I'll get into this, if the enemy team just needs to viper wall or any kind of smoke and they get a free entry, you are not holding site correctly at all. Okay? You're supposed to be in sight, and when I mean in sight, I mean in the map, at the letters, at the place where they can plant. Okay? That's what I mean. Don't give them free entry. Don't. It's the biggest mistake you can do, and that will lose you a lot of rounds. And I see this happen a lot, especially in lower ranks. And that's not your job. Your job is to defend site. You get what I'm saying? When you're holding angles, don't hold angles outside of sight. That's one more thing. Like, sure, you might think you're defending sight and you're holding an angle, but if it's outside of sight, and as I said, the only thing they need to do is smoke that angle and they have complete freedom of sight and entry, you're not doing your job correctly. You're supposed to be in sight, putting pressure on them, using your util until your teammates rotate. And as I said, the only time where you can back away from sight is when you guys decided to play retake. Number 4 is value. What I mean by value is taking your value out every round. Now, of course, there will be rounds where you cannot take your value and you cannot perform as good as you're supposed to be, and that is completely fine. You're not getting kills is necessary. Whoever tells you getting kills is not necessary is lying to you, or he's bad at the game. Okay, getting kills is necessary, but what's more necessary is playing your role, playing your value. For an example, if I play smoker, any kind of smoker, Viper, Brimstone, Omen, do I not use my smokes? Let's say I get 2 kills or 1 kill each round, but I do not use my smokes at all. Is that the value of my agent? No, it's not. Always, don't be shy to use your util, even if you think that is not the perfect value. Trust your instinct. If you think someone is in that corner but you're not sure and you want to flash it, go ahead, flash it. Don't even think twice about it, because at some point you're gonna get caught off guard by that angle that you thought someone was there, and you're gonna hate your life for it. So please use your util. Do not be shy. Most games you're not even running out of util. You're not using most of your util. You have an ult, use it. An ult is supposed to get used as soon as possible. Don't hold your ultimate for more than 3 to 4 rounds. Okay? Use your ultimate, because that gives you an opportunity to get your ultimate again in the same half. So yes, use your util. Don't be shy to. Same thing with your ultimate, and please play your role. As a smoker, you're supposed to smoke. Controller, I mean, of course. As a controller, you're supposed to smoke. As an initiator, you're supposed to not enter sight, but help the duelist on entry for sight. A breach can stun, can ult, can flash so many angles that can clear out some angles for the duelist entry. Take a breach ult and take a dash and a smoke from Jet. You get a deadly combo there. Same thing with a Neon and a Sova. Anything. An initiator is very important. So is a duelist. Every agent is important. And sure, there are games that you're not gonna bring out your full value when it comes to kills, but you can still bring out your full value when it comes to your agent's role. I don't care how much of a bad day you're having. If you're playing controller, you can still smoke the site. If you're playing a duelist, you can enter site. Sure, you might not survive sometimes, but it doesn't matter. You made an entry for your team. They can enter and get a kill. Sure, some people might flame you for it, which is gonna lead me to my next tip. 5th tip, and probably the most important one, communication. There are so many times where people just don't use their mics, although they have a mic, which is in a way understandable, since Valorant has a bit of a toxic community. I say a bit. Valorant has a toxic community, sure, right? But it's a team game. You're not supposed to go 1v5. You're not supposed to go 1v9. You're supposed to communicate with your team. You're supposed to have a plan. You're supposed to, even if the plan keeps failing, you're supposed to bring out a new plan. So when you start the match, while you're picking agents, talk to your teammates. Say hello, how's everyone doing? Decide what agents you guys want to pick. Strike a conversation. Talk about that. Talk about that. Doesn't matter. Just start a conversation. Be super nice. Have a friendly voice and everything. Don't be grumpy or anything like that. Start a conversation. Be nice to your teammates. Sure, there are gonna be some assholes that are gonna still talk shit, but ignore them. Most of the times, these assholes lose most of their games because of their attitude. And the same thing happens when you try to talk shit back and someone starts trolling. If someone talks shit, most of the times you just calm them down. Even if they talk shit to your teammate, you should also calm them down. I know I'm like, why do I have to be responsible? Sometimes the people you have with, like your teammates, are very childish or immature, and you should just calm them down and lead the way. I know it's hard, and sometimes I flame myself when I see someone flaming at another teammate or someone just talking shit the whole game. Just ignore it. It's not gonna help you. It's not gonna make someone play better. It's not gonna do anything. Matter of fact, if you become more positive towards your teammates that are playing bad, sure, everyone gets pissed at an Instalock Reina who goes 220 or something, but talking shit is not gonna make it any better. The Reina is not gonna play any better. Try to tell them to play slowly. Try to tell them to not peek. Be nice to them. Sure, tell them everyone has bad games. Most of the times, everyone who was probably gonna watch this video and plays Valorant had a bad game. And that is completely normal. It happens. Communicate with your team. It's very, very important. I've won a lot of games after I stopped flaming my teammates. Matter of fact, I made a lot of new friends as well after I stopped flaming my teammates. So yes, it's very important, and comms play a big part in winning this game. If your mic is broken or you don't have a mic, you can use the ping system. You can text in chat. But mostly communicating with a microphone is the best way. So yeah, I suggest you use your microphone if you have one. If you don't, try your best to tell your teammates the most info you can give without using your microphone. Texting, pinging, all of these could help your team win a lot of rounds, maybe even games. So please communicate with your teammates. It's gonna help you, it's gonna help the team, and don't flame, and you're gonna win more games. Simple as that. More rounds. It's just, when you have someone who's being an asshole on your team, you just don't want to play the game. You feel like you just want this game to end. So when you have someone who's nice, you're gonna play better. Your team is gonna play better. They feel like they're enjoying the game. They like being here, you know. So strike a conversation. Talk to your teammates. You're gonna win a lot of games. And as I said, there are gonna be assholes. Just ignore them. Be nice, and you can fix a lot of problems. And yeah, so the more fun you have, the more you want to play the game, the better you're gonna do. Keep that in mind. Extra tip is gonna be, have confidence. When you're going in a 1v1, believe you can win that 1v1. Because when you believe it, you can actually, I don't know what the psychology is behind this. When you believe you're gonna win the fight, you're probably gonna win the fight. When you're having a bad first 2 rounds, do not lose your confidence. If you whiff once, do not think you have bad aim. Okay? Have confidence in every 1v1, 1v2, it doesn't matter. 1v5 situation, still have confidence. When you have confidence, you're gonna aim better, you're gonna play better. I don't know, as I said, I don't know what's the psychology behind it, but it just does, okay? This game is, I would say, 70% confidence. You need to be confident playing this game. If you feel like you're gonna have a bad day, if you feel like you're playing bad, you're gonna play worse. If you feel like you're gonna play better, or you're doing good, or you're a god among all the Valorant players, you're gonna play better. Sure, a bit egoistic, but it's just facts. When you have confidence in every 1v1 and 1v2 situations, you're gonna play better. So when you launch your game, be ready, like have faith that you're gonna do amazing. have faith that you're gonna play and you're gonna win. And sometimes you might even go on a winning streak just because you thought you're gonna go on a winning streak. And an extra tip, go to your controls, go to equipment. Under that, if you scroll down a bit, you will reach this bar where you can see auto equip. Turn this into strongest. Most people, I think the automatic one is also going to be most recently equipped. So basically what this does is when you are, let's say, using your ability, let's say you did jet dash, right, and you're trying to dash into, you're gonna pull out your pistol, which is the most recently. If you had a pistol, you activate your dash and you dashed and you pull out your pistol or your knife, or let's say you're diffusing spike, and then when you stop diffusing, it pulls out your knife or your pistol, depending on which one you had on before you started diffusing. So turn this into the strongest. So basically whenever you stop diffusing a spike, it will pull out your strongest gun that you have, which is probably going to be your Vandal, Phantom, or any primary gun. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe, and share it. I'll be making hopefully more videos like these, depending on how this video is going to do. And if you guys want more, I'll be glad to bring you more content like this. Also, my Twitch is going to be in the link below, is where I stream most of the times Valorant, and you can see me playing live. My Discord, if you ever want to, join the community and play with me or with my friends. And yeah, all of my socials and everything are going to be in the link below. And yeah, see you in the next one. Peace out.